Hi, thanks for joining this session. We will be talking about how to customize Flutter packages. So we will look at an example package and go around customizing it. In the process of customizing, we explain what it takes to customize a Flutter package. We all know Flutter. Flutter is a framework that you can use to build mobile, web, or desktop applications. And in Flutter, you write a Dart programming language. So this session is a little not really beginner friendly per se. I expect, or it requires that you already know a good amount of Flutter. Yeah, at least because you deal with Flutter code directly and you get to see how some things work, how to change the packages. So if you already have a little experience with coding Flutter, you'll be aware that you install a lot of packages from pub.dev. Pub.dev is the package manager for Flutter, Dart and Flutter packages. So there are a lot of Dart and Flutter libraries that you can use to extend your Flutter applications. So today we'll be looking at what happens when you want to make some changes to a library and you don't have all the time to wait for a pull request and all these things. And we'll use an example. The example we'll be using is FlutterToast. FlutterToast is just a simple package for toasting stuff. It's in the app, like toasting. Maybe you can call it when you want to toast something, like maybe an event occurred or something, or success or error. The FlutterToast example should fit. I chose FlutterToast because it's minimalist and it should be enough for this session. But if you understand what we're doing here, you can apply it anywhere. And customizing is actually as unique as what you're customizing. We can't have a one fits all method of like, this is what you're changing. But once you grab what we're doing, it will be easy whenever you're customizing anything. So you want to customize a package, you have to know the source code, understand what's happening in the source code, and know where to make the change and then use the change repo. I mentioned that we can contribute back to the library because it's all open source. We should be encouraging open source. But what if you don't have the time, or what if the project is not being maintained? So that's where this really comes in, right? So we'll generate an example project, an example Flutter project. Let's just name it example toast, and we will add the Flutter toast package and kind of see how it works, and then suggest how we could change it and go about changing it or customizing it. So the sample project, I already put the code in the GitHub gist to make it easy to minimize the time. So we'll run the project and we'll notice what we want to change, how the toast occur, right? So this project, Flutter toast package, the toast only fade in and fade out, like the opacity 0 to opacity 1 and opacity 1 back to opacity 0. We cannot change how the toast animates into the screen, as we'll see later on. So let's go and carry out this so far. We'll run these commands and we will now get the gist. So running the commands are easy. You just get command prompts or terminal, wherever you're using. And yeah, I like generating all my code in a code folder like this. Maybe you might be using a desktop. So Flutter create example toast. So it should create the example toast. It will create the example toast repo like we just have here. Then next thing, we should cd into this example toast we've created. So we should open it with our editor, code dot enter. I'm using VS Code. You could use Android Studio or a favorite editor. Let me keep it by this side. Yeah. And then while we have the Flutter pop add example toast. So it's kind of add the package, right? And main.dat, I already had an emulator open. Sorry, I named the operator by my name, Obum. So you can see the emulator is here. So we'll launch it against this emulator. And like I mentioned, we just need to change the contents of the main.dat file where the code is. So I already prepared the GitHub gist somewhere here. here is it. So we'll just get all this code. What this code basically does is that it just shows toast and custom toast. That's it, nothing much. And if we go back, Flutter pop add. Oh, I made a mistake. Flutter pop add FlutterToast, not example toast again. Alright, so we can replace the contents of this with what I just copied from the GitHub gist, and we can run it against. I think let this install. Okay, it has installed, so let's progress. We should come back here and yeah, run it again. So don't worry, it will come. So we can see it's kind of having red lines. It's saying I put 3000 instead of putting a duration. Oh, sorry about that. Thing is, this milliseconds. Sorry. Oh, let's just put 3 seconds. Second 3. Yeah, I think that should solve the problem. This code was generated like a year ago. This GitHub gist. So I don't want to edit the GitHub gist because I equally said in an article. So let's just continue. So it's working, and we can now run it against the emulator. Yeah. So it's running, it will launch. When we launch, we'll continue. So avoid emulator and focus. When you need to finish launching or when Flutter will run it, so it doesn't take a lot of time, but let me pause the recording. So the installation has completed, it has successfully launched, and I've written the recording. So okay, let me minimize and make this more visible. And there's a good size and bring this in view. So it's a simple, there's a show toast button and there's a show customized toast button. If we scroll here, our minimum of business is just around here. There's an elevated button that says show toast. And on press, it's just toast to toast, whatever. And there's a second one. I kind of have the delay of 3 seconds, right? So if I show the toast, you see successful. You just kind of show successful there. That's with the default values. I didn't change anything. But if I customize, I kind of delay. You see, I made it come up, right? And you can see it fades in and fades out. Kind of made it to delay. I don't know if this is huge enough. Okay, I suppose this is better. Just kind of increase the size of the emulator. So if we show the customized toast, I made it to slowly animate the fading inside and slowly take it out back. That's why the fade duration. So now here is it. That's a sample package, and we've used it. Maybe it's whatever app you're building and you need to be toasting things, can toast. Definitely the app provides you to get bluff customizing things. The toast I'm showing is green accent and all. You can change other things about it. But now let's say we wanted our toasts to be on steroids, like instead of just fading and fading out, we kind of jump into the screen and then jump out of the screen, like move, they slide in and slide out. So we realize that we can't do it with this package because the currency of the package only takes only fade animations and doesn't allow you to customize if we maybe zoom in animations, fade out animations. And we can actually go ahead and actually edit the package, customize the package to do that. So some packages might be customizing, might not necessarily be customizing UI behavior. You might actually customize the UI presentation itself. So you can see a package that doesn't allow you to change the border radius of some buttons, some kind of things, and you may end up customizing to make things more circle. Fine. But in this case, we just want to customize the behavior of the toast, right? Customize animations. So what we have to do is actually locate the package, right? Locate the source code of the package, locate the package, edit the source code. Where is that slide? So this is it. We've done this already. We've generated our example toast, example Flutter app. We've added the FlutterToast package, and then we've set the code and run it and notice the fade transitions. So let's add the slide in and slide out transition. Yeah, we could have actually added other transitions, other animations instead of just slide in, slide out. But the thing is, let's just do one to kind of showcase that we can actually customize the package. Maybe, let's do that. So we have to understand the source code. On the pub.dev website of pub.dev page for the package, we can notice, we can see the readme of the package. I didn't bother doing that because, I'm just trying to show an example. But whatever, most packages have an open source repo on GitHub, as we'll see. So we can explore it and then know what to change or how to change, and use the changed version in our example pack folder or our Flutter app if we're building a real application. That said, let's go back to pub.dev. So yeah, this the FlutterToast package on pub.dev. You can see FlutterToast current version, quite a popular repo. But now that packages, this is pub.dev, like welcome to pub.dev. You see, search which package you're looking for, official repository for that and Flutter, all that. So generally, you just search any package. Let's search something. If you just search empty, just press enter with nothing in the search box, it shows you, it brings out all the available packages. And from here, you can see under the results here, let me maybe expand this. There are about 39,436 packages as of today, 9th November 2023. Almost same time last year, or a little earlier last year, I last checked this was around 24,000. So the Flutter community has added 15,000 packages thanks to so many developers out there, right? So our focus is on FlutterToast, and you just navigate to the page of the package of concern, and you see by the sidebar, you see the repository. There's a GitHub repo. I had opened the GitHub repo for the FlutterToast package already, as you can see here. There's the README. I didn't bother trainers. We just know why we are here. So now we want to explore this package. The best way is just to maybe copy the link from the URL bar, go to our terminal, and then let me cd out of here and clone it. Clone Control V and clone the FlutterToast repo. So in clone the FlutterToast repo, we'll just open the repo and analyze it ourselves and see where the changes occur or could have occurred. Now, the main difference between a Flutter app and a Flutter library, Flutter package, is that there are no main methods in libraries. Okay, let me just put FlutterToast. In a library, that library, like the one we have now, we just clone now, there is no main method. There is a lib folder, an lib folder, the way we have in our there's a lib folder here, but there is no main method. Main.dat file, and there's no main method where you run. So this is the main file, because this is the FlutterToast file we are importing when we import when we want to customize the toast. So an easy way to navigate is maybe to you can use this outline. This outline kind of displays all the symbols, all the variables, and everything you need for the changes. So I have not yet run Flutter pub-get. I should. We can see there is a. Okay, let me run Flutter pub-get. Let Flutter appear, and then so the red lines will disappear. So I've run Flutter pub-get, and the lines have gone. No, so maybe it should not be disturbing the eyes again. Alright, so here we are. Looking at the outline of the file can help. You see, this is just an enum, a toast to gravity enum with its values. Then this is a FlutterToast, right? You said it's just for Android. If this kind of calls method channel goes straight into the Android implementation of toasting, but that's not the one we're using. We're using the one that takes a build context from that of Flutter. So this second file is independent, second class, FToast. It runs on that side, has no interaction with the native side. It's independent of Android's implementation. So you can see in our own code, where is it? In our own import of the that we did ftoast.showToast. So we're looking for the showToast method, right? We want to customize how the toast is being shown. So the ftoast.showToast method, this showToast method, it takes many things: jet builder, duration, gravity. It says, let me maybe close this slide. It says if context is null, whatever, So you get a new child, toast stateful, all that. So we should be looking at this toast stateful because it looks like there's another definition of toast stateful in this file. Yes, there is toast stateful. There should be. This is it. So, I think that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this duration. You can see there's an animation controller. That's what we're looking for. Fade animation. There's a fade animation. But we don't want to fade. We want to slide. Right? I think this is where the entire magic is. So it has a fade transition and it's a fade animation instead of, but we want to do a slide. Right? So it's kind of a much demanding process to change or to analyze. I know I wasn't really patient to kind of analyze, but I'm just trying to narrow down to that this is where the main business is, where the main stuff we have to change is. As you can see in this place, there is a show it forward and there's a hide it reverse and there's a fade animation and there is and it fits in and out, whatever. So we have to change these things to maybe slide transition instead of fade animate, fade transitions. And yes, in Flutter, a slide transition takes instead of an opacity, it takes the position, like what's an animated position. Right, it doesn't take an opacity. Yeah, it should take position instead. So the position is just like the animation, like from what to what. So animation position is what it takes. But now this position animation, so let's say we want it to start from somewhere and go to somewhere, right? You will use a twin and to animate from somewhere, like from an offset to another offset. So let me just paste the code and then explain how it works. So I've replaced the content of the position with a twin. Twin is just like a distance or the gap between two values. I've specified the offset, a start position and end position. The reason why we have to use a variable or variables, start and end positions, is because we want to be capable of using the same twin for when the slide is coming in and when it's going out. So when it's coming in, we will set the start position to, let's say, -1 and end to 0. So it comes from outside of the screen into the middle. And when exiting, we will now do the reverse. So these positions are not kind of defined, right? So I'll kind of define them in this stateful to something and then reverse them in the hide it. So let me do that and then show you. So I've done those. I've introduced the variables. At the beginning, start position is -1 and end is 0. So we are starting from the extreme left of the screen into the middle. But at the end, before hiding, we're making a set state call. We have to make a set state call to change state, of course. But the reason, if you look, start position is rather 1 and end is rather 0 because we're calling the reverse. Right? We are reversing the animation. So if we wanted to make start to be 0, which the middle and end to be 1, we would have changed this reverse to forward. Whatever, but I just wanted to make the minimal possible changes to just achieve that. So the change we did in this was changing from fade at transition with an opacity to slide transition with a position, and then adding the variables for the slide transition. Now we've done this, we need to now use this customized package in our own example toast. The easiest way to do that, it would have been to maybe just copy this file, this FlutterToast file, copy the entire contents, come into our example toast, create a new file, and import it instead of the package from pub.dev, and that will be it. We can do it that way, that's cool, and things will get to work. But it doesn't scale because what happens if the changes we did in the customized package are across various files? We cannot come and start copying one file and than the other. The best practice is to create a packages folder, a top level packages folder, packages, and then inside this folder we'll import that FlutterToast. I think I can do it here, but I'll have to close the VS Code instance. We'll have to copy FlutterToast into this place. So we'll open it in File Explorer. It's packages folder and it's empty. So, but at the same time, we will think we want to copy the contents of FlutterToast. So I've copied the FlutterToast from where I cloned it and I'm pasting it here. So after pasting that, FlutterToast is now here. I can close this. So you see there's now a FlutterToast folder which actually has these changes we did. The only thing we need to now do is inside our own pub spec, the pub spec of this folder where we have FlutterToast, instead of FlutterToast was imported, instead of specifying a version that imports it from pub.dev, we'll specify a path like this YAML, so path /packages/FlutterToast, something like that. So I think we need to run Flutter pub-get once more. Okay, it has been run for us. First code has run. So it and we launched it. So if we click on our show toast now, and if all things are equal, it's supposed to slide in and slide out instead of feeding in and feeding out. So slide, okay, fine. And it goes out, slide again, goes out. So show customize. You can see this slower sliding, slower slide out. So as you can see, we've customized this package, and we're now using the customized version in our local installation in the path. Like we have to copy it into the folder. The advantage of doing it is that we can commit these changes, and anybody working with us can automatically leverage this changed version. Our advantage is, or not another advantage, something else worth commenting is that please do this when you maybe there's no time I need to quickly put, or the changes are so specific, right? So you just do it this way. But most cases, when you do something like this, you may want to make it easy for others to use, for the community to use. So you kind of customize the package in such a way that others can easily use it. So you might specify, make it possible, maybe provide an enum for which kind of the person importing the package may want to do, and then send the pull request to the package managers. I think they will gladly welcome such. Right? I don't know if I should list for FlutterToast, but yeah. So maybe allowing different types of transition and keeping the default for the package by itself, so that way everyone can get to use. So, but if there's no time to wait for the maintainer to approve the pull request, or it's not actively being maintained again, then you just do it this way, and there you are, you've customized the package. So to recap, we used a simple toast package to show that we can actually use any package, clone it, and customize it, and use a customized version. So that will be, I don't know, questions, contact me on X, and yeah, I'll respond. So that will be it for today. Thanks for being part of this session, how to customize Flutter packages, and cheers to the many Flutter things you build. Thank you.